We are all in this market to make money. We are now at $2.5 trillion. We came back about that. We are flirting with that level. Say that's a psychological level now. So if we move above that, we have upside till $3 trillion like last time. So as you look at the crypto market, it's moving slowly, it's grinding. Some of them are doing fine. So if you are trading, you do have opportunities in a lot of different assets if you weigh place and position well enough, right? Now, one thing you need to understand is no one knows exactly what's going to happen in this market. But if you are a student of history and coming into investing, you can learn a ton from that. So right now when you see, say for example, Forbes Crypto, which has kind of 500,000 followers, putting this one out, they are also understanding what's happening. So launched in 2012 by OpenCoin. So they're giving you the history, the background, the perspective. XRP is a cryptocurrency whose goal is to become, for the world of crypto and DeFi, what Swift is for international credit. So you understand Swift is running a network where 11,000 financial institutions work on, right? So that's a huge network. So you get the impact of a network, big one. So that's network effect, right? Similarly, a payment settlement exchange and remittance system. Now, why is this huge? Because this is for the entire cryptocurrency space. If you go on and look at all these opportunities which you just saw, say you have a lot of these coins where if you are moving one of your coin from one exchange to another one, you kind of see like, okay, the fee is huge. It's really not easy to do that, right? You're buying, say, using ERC20 tokens or etc., and you're paying a lot of it. So the future doesn't look bright on that side. Whereas if we can move that into an ecosystem like XRP and then push it through the other side and buy it back, now you're not paying that much of gas fee or like that. So that's one thing. Now, why is Forbes putting this one out now? So when we see like, a couple of days back, we had this, right? So Brad wrote a piece on Wall Street Journal. So Wall Street Journal opinions, it shows here that SEC has an issue, all those story which we've been talking about. And now you are getting mainstream exposure. So in the market cycle, if you are learning from the market cycle, you know what that means. We are having slow upward run up. And the market is kind of identifying this as an opportunity. And then we go on to the thrilling mode, then the euphoria, that kind of stuff which we are waiting for. So that is coming. Now, why do they actually highlight all of this? Because they have all the opinions and they already got all the evidences which is being presented in front of the court, and we don't have too much time from here, right? So the court is going to have some kind of information, the judgment by Jan. So that's like, just a couple of days there. So when you look at that, I think it's Jan 19th, the date. So here you read it clearly that, represented by 5 cryptocurrencies which have either been designated by the SEC as not security. So which is Bitcoin, Ether. So when SEC right now states that they haven't given any clarity for Bitcoin or Ether, it turns out that no, it's not like that. The CFTC has considered the Hinman speech as guidance coming out from the SEC, not just the personal opinion kind of stuff. So this is going to turn in favor of XRP. And what happens then once we have the regulatory clarity? That's when you're going to see things pop up. When I was highlighting it first, it's not only the Ether platform. There are a lot of different one where you kind of see like, okay, that shows like there is a lot of utility, but when you actually jump into it, it doesn't get that much utility. And that's where XRP and XRP Ledger stands out. Now, when all of this is happening on the positive side, you also are here to make money, right? Me, you, everyone else come to this market to make money, right? You have a little bit of capital which you want to make it like, see your portfolio balloon, but you need something which is similar to that of these guys. Now, we are all in here to make money, understand that, but make sure you do the right stuff, you are in the right assets. But when you see naysayers around you, say nah, crypto is not the correct space to be in. You need to understand. You need to follow the money to make money, because that particular direction is which you really want to walk through. Here it highlights 83% of millionaires own cryptocurrencies. So, the old guys, when you see, they are about 50, they are about 60, and they're not owning Bitcoin and all, you're like, okay, fine, that may not be the right place for you. But understand, things are changing, times are changing, because you see a guy like Ray Dalio giving you this perspective about NFTs, is Bitcoin as alternative money. That means more and more money is going to come on. So the fiat is going to come in to change as an alternative here, because they are all looking for alternative currencies, alternative value. Right, you look at Howard Marks' recent speech and all, you understand that they are like, okay, we don't want to be out of the market. We need to be in some sort of area where we are, aggressive, some area where we are defensive, some way we are, defensively aggressive, like that. So when you get this market where you see like, okay, we are moving to the upside, fine. So what are we doing? We are going to detail through this and give you that perspective of what happened before and what is going to happen. So that's like, no one knows, but, and yeah, I can be wrong, but based on the history, we are going to see something huge. Now, I'll be taking you guys through all of these and then give you that idea of what the price shows, because if we are breaking out from here, that's the altcoin market cap. Remember, you're going to see the alts run higher and you're going to see the Bitcoin dominance go down. So when that happens, what are you going to look at in Bitcoin and what are you going to look at in XRP and other currencies, right? The alts. So we're going to discuss through that, so stay tuned. That was a long intro, I agree. But as usual, welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. So guys, yes, you see stuff happening in the market. And you can understand, like, if payment guys like Visa, which is already established, and if they are taking a step into this one, they understand this is here to stay. Now we as investors in this asset class already understood that, so we are wise. As we are young, first of all, majority of us are young, so we have that ability to understand the technology easier, right? Say if you are looking at the blockchain, how it works, the two layers of information, say you can even consider three, like security, information flow, and then the value exchange. Mainly, not everyone understand that clearly. Say how blockchain works, what consensus mechanism is, what different types of protocols are there, right? Proof of work, proof of stake, consensus. You have delegated net ideas, concepts and all, but I'm like, there is a lot of it. Not every one of us would be able to understand all, but looking at those who are like 40, 50, 60, and if they are not taking proper time to educate themselves, they are not into this. But at that time, if you see like these guys who are established in there, who has billions of capital to move, are slowly moving in and getting into this, while the mainstream media is giving you that narrative where they say like, okay, crypto, if you are in it, get out. Why? You're going to lose your money. Understand this. They're going to say this till that moment where the price is going to peak, and then your opportunity is done. It's gone, right? So you don't want to be in that space, whereas you need to be in this space where you understand, okay, these are successful guys and they made their money in different markets, and right now they're in this market and they are young, right? So they understand this technology. They understand, when you were young at 10 years, what had you been doing, right? Your pastime, your hobby and etc. And as you progressed, the mobile, internet and everything came through with a ton of adoption. But, now I'm from India, so the adoption rate is different from the developed world because we are still developing countries. So when we see all of this stuff, even you see majority of the youngsters have the mobile internet connection and all, and now they are all slowly moving on to cryptocurrencies, understanding this. But yes, you have that pushback from the status quo, but the big investors like Ray Dalio is highlighting and giving you that Bitcoin thumbs down or thumbs up. That's the, it's media, right? What you want to understand is what's the narrative which is being given there, the main mainstream media, and what you can digest from that. Because if they are giving you one narrative, you're not going to directly digest that one because you want to know what's happening, right? So that's why we use technical analysis. So you look at this chart and you are going to see what is going to happen probably, right? So in this particular area, we go to the resistance, we come back, we hit the support and bounce. So we are going to do that, we are repeating that, and again we are bouncing. So chances are you're going to come higher, you're going to hit this particular level. Now we don't know whether we are going to break from there or come back. So you are looking at this one. We have a rounded bottom pattern with a standard deviation which is getting extended, right? So if you consider this bottom line as your rounded bottom, that's fine. That only highlights you like we come back to that level and hits that and slowly grinds back up. Now the difference in the bear market and the bull market is clear. Here each of your bounce is kind of that dead cat bounce which only goes like one leg up and then continuously 1, 2, 3 down, right? So in the bull market it's just opposite. You get 1, 2, 3. So that's like the 3 micro wave structure which you are moving up into the consolidation. Then you get 1, 2, 3. So the 3 microwaves and the macro wave 1 there, right? So the next one, if you are eyeing at that, you understand one thing. This may not be the wave 1. This may not be the wave 1 of the macro wave 2. Now I'm also a little bit confused, no one knows, but I probably think if this is the wave 1, the next one is going to be violent upside because you always see like this, this upside and 2 candles going till here, all the way from that point 2 towards that $0.8 mark. So that's like 4-5x, boom, right? So then you correct back down and then do another leg. So here, I know this goes against the elite wave theory, but keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. You are seeing that the assets here in this cycle is doing way higher than what it has done in wave 2 and wave 3. So to compound, you may have to be in both, and if you are happy with that 5, 10, 20x, you would be fine in wave 2 here itself. So taking into the live chart here, we actually know the trend is going up. We actually know that this was a previous week low of support, then again a close here of support, and you are coming back there. So that's a retest zone, and if you're breaking higher, that's cool, that's great. But our perspective, the actual question here is, what are we going to do, right? How long are we going to continue? So you come back here and remove all those stuff and just take the measure tool, and you literally want to check like, okay, wave 2, how much have I done? Say 92%. Then in wave 3, what are you actually doing there? You kind of go way up. You kind of did like 3 times that. Okay, fine. Now you're like, okay, how much was the wave 1 actually? You're like, okay, wave 1 was something similar to that of wave 2, and then you got the blast off. Now that's in the first structure, right? So let's look at the third one. So here in the next area, you are seeing first was 106% to be precise, and the next one you started from here and went all the way up till here. So that was like double that of wave 1 in wave 2, and then again you get a correction and then you go to the upside somewhere close to the $2 mark. So you get like 500% close to that. So this is like double than that. So last time was 3 times, this one it's 2 times. So most likely, if we are going to continue this trend, you're going to see that third wave is going to be mostly equal to or a little bit higher than that of wave 2, and wave 2 here is getting extended higher from that of wave 1. So if you put that into perspective and say this is wave 1, you have like 170% here in wave 1. So if you have seen 1:1, then 1:2, most likely you're going to see at least 1:3 to 1:4. So if you put that into perspective, either you are going to see a movement from here which comes up to that $2. Most likely you're going to see it running up to say $3.50, which is somewhere close here, say $3.2. But if we are following the trend, you are now going all the way into 530, 540 range. So that's a new all-time high, and that's your wave 2, microwave 2 in this structure, right? Then you correct back down, from that $4.5 mark, you're going to most probably come to $2.5. And then you see like you're going to do something similar or higher than that, right? So you come back here and put that here. So yeah, when you come back down and you are like, okay, the price is getting corrected, say around $3 towards $2.5 mark, and you say, okay, we'll take somewhere in between 2.75 and take the same as a perspective, right? 538%. Now we know that it has been doing way higher than that, but we'll follow the trend itself. And following that trend, you actually reach somewhere like this. Say if you're following that, you're getting close to that $18 mark. Now, we know that this is just something we are looking at this trend in this market cycle, how it has performed, how it has moved, and you're like, okay, fine, that one stuff which shows you around $18 is not bad, and you just want to validate that, right? We are kind of looking at history, the science and all. You're looking like the possibilities of that. Say if you are trying to connect all these and you're extending that possible wick to the upside, and you're like, okay, fine, I've seen that in the wave structure, I've seen that in the patterns. So in this trend, are we gonna reach there? Do we have the upside? Yes, we do. You look at this. If you're gonna take the number of days as you have done previously or more, now you're already doing that, right? So here it's like 0 days, you're gonna go till that 100 days mark and you're coming here. Now each time you have gone to the upside, you have taken more and more time, right? We have discussed through this and we understand this. So this is your touch at the bottom and you came here 70 days, 63 to be precise. So you take more time. So that means by the time you come towards April, May, we don't know, but based on history, if you're putting that one up, by May, you're somewhere around here, and yes, you do have that room till that time towards $17, $18 mark. So the trend agrees, the pattern agrees, the wave structure agrees. Now, who doesn't agree? You? Me? Okay, at least I do agree. Even if it's not going to do a little bit above that, a little bit below that, I'm fine, because we will have our orders set in all these ranges, like we have taken our profits at 1.91. Now we didn't know the price was going to reverse or break higher from here, but we took that, right? From that, it's been a long time waiting, and if it's going to be that April, May time when we are hitting that $17, in between that, meaning right now we are ending December, right? In between that, we are going to be in this range, all-time highs and the price discovery phase. How many of you would be there? I don't know. I will be there. And it's not only this asset. You will have a lot of different assets in your portfolio, right? And you are seeing a lot of different opportunities. So in between, if you're jumping out, make sure you still have a big chunk of your XRP for that price discovery which we just talked here. Because the Bitcoin dominance is dropping and we know that altcoins are going to take off. And when you look at the altcoins, you do understand it's about to break higher. What if this time, when altcoin market cap is breaking, XRP is also moving? Along with XRP, yes, I agree, a lot of other coins are going to move. And that's why we do this. We give you the updates on a regular basis for a lot of different assets in your portfolio, so that you understand what that particular asset is going to do, whether you are going to go into a correction, whether you are going to upside, and what's your target. Right, you have that in your idea, right? So you know where to take profit, where to exit, where to step back, set aside, stay on the sidelines and say, okay, I'm not sure how this is going to end, right? And if you want that, you can look at the Patreon. The link is given in the description below. So guys, if you enjoyed the video and you received value, please do hit that like and subscribe button. I'll meet you on the next video. Bye for now.